Hello and welcome back everyone, Tone here, and I'm very pleased to be here with today's Dominion Daily. If you guys don't know what the Dominion Daily is, a relatively newer player of Dominion. I mean, I've played like a ton of it, but mostly on base. So I'm going up through the tier levels, learning the game more, just looking to discuss the game and improve and learn from our gameplay here. So if you guys want to enter that discussion, feel free to engage with the video in the comments, or you can join the Discord or any of that good stuff. Before we get started here today, I just want to make a small update. I live here in Central Florida, and we just had that Hurricane Ian coming through. So the past week or so, I've been dealing with some hurricane prep and then like the actual storm and stuff. So that's one reason why like not much has been going on my channel lately. I've been focused on other things for now. There's a possibility I might have needed a little bit of a break anyways. We alluded to on episode 30 of the Dominion Daily series here as well. So just a heads up on that. And also, for those wondering, I am safe and everything's good here. So that is excellent news. I even have power so I can record this. So that is just great stuff. Yeah, let's jump into this game. We're still working on the tier 4 card pool here. As we go up in tier, we learn all the new cards a little slower because the pool of cards gets large or gets smaller. That's like added to it, so we see less of them per game. But that's fine because that means we get to continue working on the other some of the other cards we've learned and get to work with some of these new ones. By the way, if you guys want to support this channel and my other related projects, you can do so over at patreon.com/Tonehack. So feel free to check that out. Let's see what we have here. I see a lot of trashing options. Steward, I don't like Bishop because it makes your opponent trash as well. Remodel is here. Let's see. Ironmonger is new for me. It's a cantrip. Reveal the top card of your deck. You may discard it either way if it's an action card +1. Okay. So this is like kind of like sifting and like a little bonus. That actually seems like a pretty nice cantrip there. Specialist, we have a throne room. Where are our actions here? I've never seen Squire. 2 actions, 2 buys. Okay, so we have some tools here to get a bit of an engine going here. What's our open going to be? I'm gonna want some trashing. And I like the... Oh, we have a really good village here, Capital City. Stables looks like our best card draw. That and Caravan. I think I actually want to hit 5 pretty quickly here, so I think I'm going to open... We'll grab a silver at least. And then I think I either want Remodel. Squire is actually a pretty decent 2-cost card that we can remodel treasures in, or coppers into. It's a terminal action. When trashing, get an attack card. I didn't notice that. There are no attack cards on here, so it's irrelevant on this board in particular. We will grab the steward here. Just gonna be a lot faster. And I don't mind having terminal actions in my deck. This trash is 2 cards per turn, and it's actually card draw later. Yeah, I think there's a lot to like with the steward. Our opponent grabbed the Ironmonger. I guess this is +1 coin or +1 card early. Unless you draw the steward with it, which gets you to play it. That's a pretty good open as well. I don't dislike that one bit. It's pretty solid. Go ahead and grab this Caravan. I think silver could have been good there. And actually, I can hit 5 right here instead of trashing. I'll do. So I can even like double trash with the specialist. I can start gaining cards with the specialist. I think I want a stables in my deck. We might be doing some kind of big money stables kind of deal. You know what? I don't see buys on here though. Remodeling gold into provinces might be the fastest way, since we can't buy more than one province per turn. With that in mind, I actually want to hit 6 as fast as possible. We can gain extra golds with Specialist. I might give that a try. Go ahead and grab an Ironmonger here. I don't want to add any other terminal actions to my deck. If this draws a terminal action, then we can play it still. Oh, Caravan's a cantrip. I was thinking that was a terminal action for some reason. I feel like our opponent's building a bit better than us so far. They grab Steward, Ironmonger. They have 2 stewards and a stables. I feel like they have so much more than us somehow. I'm gonna discard the copper. Oh, that gave us +1. I didn't consider that, so I can hit 5 again here, which I think I will do. I'm a little concerned about not trashing enough early here. But I think being able to draw a lot has similar value to trashing, and then it'll be a lot easier to trash once we're getting like bigger hands and like more actions and stuff. So we'll see if I come to regret that. I often regret not trashing more earlier, so... But that's usually with stuff like Chapel, where if you don't trash your whole hands early, then you get like less effective Chapel trashes, because then you have cards you don't want to trash in your hand. And we're gonna hit 5 again here. I think I'm gonna grab another Stables. That or a Capital City. What do our terminal actions look like? I have a Specialist, Remodel, Steward. I'll grab a Stables here. Our opponent's getting a good turn going here. I don't think I've even drawn Specialist along with another card worth duplicating, which may be an issue with me not trashing with Steward. Could just be lack of luck, but I think that's why my opponent's getting a better engine going here than we are. Okay, well, we're having a pretty good turn ourselves, so let's see how this goes. I have 6 here. Which I think I want to play to grab a gold, which means I can't really play any of the... Oh, I can duplicate the silver? I could remodel 2 coppers into 2 squires, but then we only have 4 to spend here. I want to gain a gold here. I'm going to gain a copy of the silver as well. Oh, I just noticed we have platinum and colonies on the board. I did not even notice that. I think the log usually tells you at the beginning. No, it doesn't. I thought it usually would tell you. I don't know what that does to our big money equation. It does mean that getting to 5 provinces quickly does not necessarily end the, like, put you in the position where you're most likely to win the game, which I feel like is a decent benchmark, because they can just start buying colonies. Like the victory points from provinces aren't such like a tight resource anymore. How does that impact our strategy? It makes the remodels feel a lot worse. I actually think we're better off just running like stables, big money with like gold and platinum, and just buying what we can. We might actually be able to do that wall remodeling golds into provinces, because again, we don't have a lot of gains here. So look at this. I still don't have a good read on Tactician. They played Tactician. I guess they didn't really have anything worth discarding, because they don't have treasures in their deck. Okay. The problem with Tactician is it makes you discard your hand before your buy phase. So you can't buy things very well with treasure. You have to generate money with action cards. Alright, let's play stables here. I think we'll keep a silver up there. I'm gonna go ahead and start trashing, which I really haven't done at all yet. And I have a lot of money here. Do I buy a platinum? What do we have? 4, 7, 8? We're shy of that. I'm not gonna buy a province. We only have one buy. I think I'm gonna grab another gold here. I want to get another specialist into play, so because I think specialist is some of our best gains. I wouldn't mind having like 4 of these in my deck. So I could play them both to dupe cards, or to play cards twice, throwing them, and also to gain them. There's a lot of utility to that. They have 3 in their deck, which I am envious. I think we remodeled twice this turn. Copper into a squire and estate into... I think I like the caravan a lot. So they're moving up to the platinum. And I'm actually going to buy another steward here so we can like really get trashing here. What did their tactician turn do? They gained a platinum and a steward out of that. Not terribly exciting to me. I'm cool with it. Look, they just discarded a platinum with their tactician. I guess that's less of a downside when there's no other plus buys on the board too. Because they ended up getting a good purchase anyways. Okay. I don't think playing Caravan twice with Specialist does... I don't think we get the duration twice on the next turn, which is the big value from it. It does give me 2 actions if I were to do that because it's a cantrip. I think we'd rather save our Specialist. Oh, Squire is plus buys. Okay, I've been completely overlooking that. There's a lot we can do on this board. Double trashing doesn't do much for us here. I think I'm gonna get 2 actions with the Squire, and then draw with the Steward. I have 8 here, 1 buy. I think I trashed 2 copper here now. Or I'm gonna have actions left. I'm just gonna keep drawing. Really wish we had more buys now, huh? This does show what our hands are capable of. I think we just double trash here, and actually, I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll probably grab a platinum here. Oh, I have a lot of money. Now that I know squires are plus buys, I probably should have double remodeled copper on that last turn to grab 2 squires. Well, I might not have ended up with a platinum if I did that. We'll figure it out. I think that's the 3rd platinum they've added to their deck. It's only the 2nd one. Yeah, it started with 12. You can actually remodel platinums into colonies. Basically the same thing we were going to do with golds in the provinces. Do I double play stables here? I think I do. We're gonna have like more money than we know what to do with, right? 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But we can probably get up to 3 buys so I can hit my squire. So, well, I think we're less likely to hit the squire if I keep this silver on top. So I'm just gonna go ahead and discard that. There's the squire. Because I have 4 terminal actions in my hand and 2 actions to play. How much money do I have? 5, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17. We'll figure it out. I think I'm definitely going to take 2 buys here. I actually think I just draw with the steward here. Maybe that wasn't the right move. I don't know. We have 3 buys though, so I'll go ahead and buy 2 specialists here, along with a platinum. I'm thinking about the beginning of this game, and I wonder if skipping Steward altogether when Stables is on the board is a good option, because Stables actually makes great use of the coppers in your deck. And we've done, like, big money decks really well with Stables and no trashing cards in the past. So I almost wonder if you open with, like, Silver Remodel on a board like this. Trashing still has a lot of value. See, they're getting a lot of value out of their specialists now. We're a little bit behind here. But I don't think victory is like out of reach for us at all. Now this is a strong turn with Tactician for them. I'm actually scared of their next turn. So they're playing their treasure during the actions phase with specialists. So that's another way that makes Tactician pretty good here. And man, that means you can play a platinum and gain it. That is pretty good stuff. Alright, well I think we need to specialist a specialist here. Play the Squire for actions and buys, and a Steward for cards. Like so. I think I have to specialist the Ironmonger here. Just to try and keep my turn alive here. I have 3 buys right now, a 10, 16, 20. I think I trashed twice, and I probably grab like stables and 2 specialists or something. So let's go ahead and trash here. Let's do something like that. Stable specialist platinum. This is a pretty good start for us. They have their wait, I think they played Tactician last turn. Oh, they didn't have any cards left in their hand. The Tactician requires you to discard at least your whole hand, but you have to have another card in there. Is that a misplay? They had to play the Squire to get their buys, so maybe that was the only way it worked out for them. That was actually a curse in their hand that time. How much platinum do you think they just discarded there? Several? So playing this Gimp their last turn to kind of almost guarantee like a good next turn. Okay, Caravan clenching with the Specialist. I think we will Specialist, the Stables to discard this. And we can play Stables again if we want, or gain a copy of it. We have to play it again so we can have more actions and actually things to use actions on. Let's do that. And we can play the Specialist again or gain a copy of it. I think that's an easy choice because we probably play it again on the Specialist. And then we can delay that decision to gain a copy of it later if we want. Only one left anyways. Let's see, I think we have to draw cards, so we have to play Steward here. Okay, what are we looking at here? Our deck is starting to do what we want it to do. Like, I could even just remodel 2 platinums into a colony now, but I think we save that trick for like next turn. Probably gonna buy a colony here. I could maybe we play this on a platinum so I can gain another platinum like that. Two actions here. Let's see what the Ironmonger does for us. Specialist, we're going to keep that. 3 actions here. I can either play the Stables or draw with Steward and Specialist the Stables. I think we'll draw with the Steward here. How much money do I have here already? 10, 16, 20, 25. I think we'll do this to get more card draw in our hand. Okay, we're about to draw through our deck. But first, I think I'm going to gain another platinum. I gotta be careful about bringing the colony pile down too much in one turn. I almost need to remodel like 2 gold this turn, maybe. What does that route look like? We have 15, 20 to spend. Play Squire. 21. Let's just get like a colony and something else. I think I'm gonna do something like that. So let's go ahead and... Okay, so if I'm playing Specialist on Remodel, okay, let's see. That means I'm gonna draw through my deck, so the gains will go into my discard pile. We need buys for sure. Gain 2 provinces, and we have 27 to spend. I don't think they can buy 3 colonies. And do I need a Stables or a Specialist? I'm gonna grab the Specialist. Those things have been clutch. We just got 32 victory points in 1 turn. Now they're poised for a big turn here. Maybe they can buy 3 colonies with a Tactician start. They just have to use all their Specialists on Platinums. I guess we'll find out. They probably buy 2 here at least, which means we probably need to gain 20 some odd victory points with only 1 colony on the board to win in a best case scenario. Like, that just assumes that they don't win here. That they don't buy like 2 colonies and like 5 duchies or something. I believe our turn got their attention, though. They seem to be thinking pretty carefully about their next moves here. Our current turn isn't looking amazing. We have the Specialist, Steward. They draw 4 cards, and then we have to hope one of those cards has plus action on it. Which is pretty darn likely. But a real chance that we don't, and in that case we would dud here and lose. So, they have a Specialist that they drew with an Ironmonger. And they discarded the Tactician. Just kind of seeing what we know about their hand and their turn here while we wait for them to decide what to do. It's a very critical turn for them, so it's very understandable if they take some time to think here. This turn, in fact, potentially wins or loses the game for them. Which is a better position than us, where our fate is in their turn. Well, maybe not. I said that because it feels good to have your own fate in your own hands, but if their deck isn't capable of doing what it needs to do to win, then that's a problem too. Because on my turn, we basically said, I don't think your deck can do this, and now we're going to find out if it can or not. And I think it actually can, but it's going to require some good play, good decisions on their part, and it probably requires like one of the best turns that they can manage. I think that actually does leave us in a favorable position here. I kind of like where we're at. I was about to say they haven't specialisted a Platinum yet, which is a good sign, but they're doing it now, and that's how they win. They played 3 Specialists and only used it on 1 Platinum. I don't know how many Specialists they have in their deck. Like 4 or 5 probably. They've almost drawn through their entire deck, which I assume they had no discard pile to start, so they're going to have everything at their disposal here. Okay, yeah, this is looking bad for us. They hit 33, they win easy. Actually, yeah, they have more squires, so they can get plus buy. Clutch Ironmonger there. Oh, there they go. Good game, really good game all around. So what our win depended on was them needing their specialist to get their turn going and not having the luxury of using them on platinums. They only had 2 platinums in their deck, I think. This says they had 3. I guess they didn't get to draw one there. Oh wait, no. I cycled. So 1, 2. Yeah, they had 2 platinums. So I don't think that turn they just had was super unlikely, but they did exactly what their deck, like the only way that they could have hit 33 is exactly what their deck did. There were a lot of chances they could have missed that, and that's what we were betting against. And remember, we were on our back feet here, so they had the advantage for most of the game there. But yeah, that I was betting that they couldn't do that, and I think they had a decent chance of being able to do that, but not like a huge one. I bet you it's between like 50 and 75%. Considering the tactician, I think our odds would have been really good without that tactician turn start. So interesting game all around. We also made a pretty hefty mistake at the beginning, in that I didn't realize Squire had buys, and I didn't realize that there were platinums and colonies on the board. I don't know if not using my steward to trash more early was an issue or not. I wouldn't be surprised if I reviewed this game if I had a few turns in like the early to middle of the game where we kind of bricked out on coppers and estates. That may not have happened if we played more stewards. I definitely would play this a bit different if I did it again. I think I'd prioritize stables. More than trashing early. And actually Ironmonger is really good in lieu of trashing as well, because it's a sifter, so it lets you discard those coppers. And those coppers actually have a lot of value in your deck with stables and Ironmongers, which discard them while giving you the coin as well. I think I would have played that a bit different. I don't know how well Caravan did for us. I think I opened with that, didn't I? No, I opened with Remodel, but I think I grabbed a Caravan early. Bought one on turn 3 with 4 coin. I think Ironmonger would have been better there in hindsight. You know where else we could have made another decision was... I bought 2 colonies on the second to last turn. I could have bought 2 more... I could have bought like 3 provinces instead. But then that would have brought down the province pile to 3 left, and they could have ended the game easier, so that doesn't help. Really fun game. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Look at this, only 15 turns. Or 16, I guess, in the end. Which feels relatively fast because those were long turns, I guess. But that's a lot accomplished in a few turns. But yeah, I would have built my deck a little differently. I didn't... This is part of me learning the cards and then like not spending like an hour before every game like analyzing the kingdom. Is I just kind of look at the card, like quickly browse the cards and then just pick a strategy and go with it and see what happens. In hindsight, I think getting more squires early so we can get more plus buys early would have been huge. Because there were a lot of turns like early. There were a few where we had like 10 plus coin but only 1 buy, which was really, really rough. I was looking at specialists for my gains, but I think getting even 1 squire in my deck early would have been really useful. Well, that's it for this Dominion Daily. It's gone on quite long enough, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all for the next one.